Bitcoin is trash, even though I've made a lot of money on it. It is old technology, it is slow technology, it is expensive technology, it is at the top of its S-curve. It keeps dumping the same amount, but not pumping as hard as it used to. It's falling over. The world's richest guy already bought. Nation states already legalized it. You are not an early adopter. This is a 13-year-old technology. But people think that they're early. From the COVID dip, Bitcoin went down to $3,800. Ethereum went down to $88. I don't remember how low Hex went. But then Bitcoin went up about 20x, Ethereum went up about 60x, and Hex went up hundreds or thousands of X. And why would you want the thing that is less performative? I don't understand why so many people are happy to promote the old, slow, limp gains technology.
With Bitcoin, we don't print money out of thin air because we're mining it, deflationary currency, limited supply.
Oh no, one, it's not, no, none of what you said is true. That's all entirely false. Bitcoin is not deflationary at all. It is inflationary. Miners sell Bitcoin. They harm the price. They buy electricity and mining hardware. So Bitcoin's all about decentralization. But in fact, there's only 5 or 6 mining pools that do all of the mining. And there's only 3 or 4 companies that make all of the mining hardware. And those are the people that make all of the money from the mining, because the economic theory that the cost or resources allocated to extract a resource will trend towards and approach asymptotically the value of the resource. And so as the Bitcoin price ratchets up, the wasting and destroying of the environment with electricity, which you could say Bitcoin's 80% renewable, fine, I used to be a Bitcoin miner. I know exactly how much I paid for my electricity, and I know exactly how much pollution it generated. It wasn't clean energy. So, and then the idea that a decreasing inflation rate is somehow deflation is hilarious. You're getting a less inflation over time, but the value dollar cost of that inflation is higher and higher because the price keeps ratcheting up because they keep on-ramping new users. Bitcoin's had 2 inflation bugs where anyone could mint as many free coins as they want. One of them was executed on the network in 2010, and they had to roll the chain back because someone minted 184 billion extra free Bitcoin. The same bug, created in a different way, reappeared 2 years ago and was discovered instead of being exploited by a Bitcoin Cash developer and responsibly disclosed to the Bitcoin core development team. He could have minted as many free Bitcoin as he wanted as well. And why do we keep getting inflation bugs in Bitcoin? Because it is spaghetti code that is not modular, that has no security audits, that has no written spec, and the wallet code touches the consensus code, touches the networking code. So when you try and improve the network, oopsie, you introduce an inflation bug. It's the most common and vile bug in all of cryptocurrency.
Okay. There's only 3 ways to fight fraud. There's only 3 ways to fight scams. You can give the regulators more money. You can hire more guys. It doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Because they can only act after the fact, and they never get the money back. The money gets lost, all these middlemen, you can't retrieve it. So everyone gets screwed, but a couple people go to jail, but everyone still gets screwed. Furthermore, there's jurisdictional arbitrage. You can give the regulators in the United States all the money you want, and in India and in China, they don't really care. People are still gonna get scammed left and right because the American law can't work there as well. And you have countries that can't enforce murder laws, let alone your disclosure laws or whatever, the deal is. So giving regulators more money doesn't help. Disclosures doesn't help. People don't listen. They don't listen. I tell you crypto drops 85, 90% really often. And I don't even get credit for it. I'm like the only website that says this stuff drops, and I highlight all the drops, and people don't listen. So here's the third way. Mm-hmm. You advertise honest, wholesome products with product market fit that have sales pitches with the same tactics that scams use. Limited time offer, mad gains, peer pressure, celebrity endorsement, dark patterns, sales funnels, every single thing that you can think of. But you get them into something honest, whether that's an S&P 500 index fund, whether that's Hex, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum. These are honest products with real product market fit that are innovative, and they do things that nothing else in the world can do currently. When the money is out of these people's hands, they can't get scammed out of it. When it's in an honest product, they can't get scammed out of it because it's not in their hands anymore. If you leave it in their hands, they'll get scammed out of it.
Question. how does the investor know which is the honest one, which is the not honest one?
Unfortunately, they really have to rely on the opinions of experts, and something like do your own research only works if the person doing the research is smart. But if you're an idiot and you do your own research, you're going to get terrible results. In most of the world,
Fair enough.
Most of the world is of average intelligence or stupider. In sports games and F1 racing all across the world, you're going to see advertisements for margin trading cryptocurrency exchanges.
Right.
And these people are the middlemen that cryptocurrency was designed to get rid of. Crypto was designed to get rid of middlemen. You and your peers trade with each other. You do not use middlemen. You do not give your keys to middlemen. When you do that, the middlemen beat you up with fees and take all your money, and you never see it again.
Right, it's counterintuitive. Centralized exchanges are counterintuitive. They defeat the purpose of crypto, obviously.
Exactly. So I warned everyone directly to remove all of their money from Celsius. They didn't listen. They lost all their money. They're in bankruptcy now. No one listened. I begged them. I pleaded with them. Please do not be one of the headlines. You don't have to be a headline. Get your money into your own hands, not your keys, not your coins. There's a real cryptocurrency where there's no middlemen, no counterparty risk, the one I invented, Hex. We can't advertise anyone. People won't have to take the ads. But if you're a scumbag exchange that victimizes people, they love your ads because you've got a license from the government to rob people. The cryptocurrencies don't have licenses from the government because we're open source, mostly open source software, depending on what project, and there's no license for this. So why am I telling you about this? The original question was, if you have to trust experts, how do you know who to choose? You need to go back in history and see who really got it right and who really got it wrong. When everyone else was telling you Bitcoin was going to 100K, I told you it was going to 10. So far, it went from 69 down to 17.5. Of my 85% drop that I predicted, it's already done 75% of the 85%. And that top call has been in profit every single day for over a year and a half. With one single day, was it in profit, which is the Judas candle, the fake higher high, to move from 65 to 69K. People bought it, went straight down.